Did you know that a man's most powerful weapon isn't physical strength or verbal aggression, but silence? We live in a world where everyone wants to have the last word, defend their ego, argue, prove a point. But you're not here to fight. You're here to dominate yourself. And when you achieve that, silence becomes your shield and your sword. Today I'm going to teach you why male silence is one of the most powerful tools you can have, how to use it in relationships, conflicts, and personal growth, and why truly valuable men don't need to speak to command respect. Get ready, because this is going to completely change the way you understand your power. Why is silence so powerful? Since ancient times, wise and strong men have been recognized for their ability to control their tongue. Where others react, he observes. Where others shout, he remains silent. Silence conveys power. Because he who remains silent controls the tension. He who remains silent doesn't reveal his emotions easily. And in a society that demands you react to everything, the man who remains silent arouses intrigue, respect, and even fear. Remember this: the one who talks the most is generally the one with the least power. The one who masters silence is the one who is truly in control. In relationships, one of the most common mistakes men make is talking too much when a woman tests them. When a woman makes innuendos, provokes you emotionally, or says hurtful things, the common reaction is to justify yourself, argue, or defend your point. But when you choose silence, you are sending her a brutal message. What you say doesn't affect me. I am in control of myself. That silence creates a void. And in that void, she begins to think, to question, to reflect. When you argue, you validate her. When you remain silent, you confront her with her own behavior. Silence isn't indifference. It's self-respect. Silence as a weapon of respect. Many times, men believe they must put someone in their place to earn respect. But the reality is that actions speak louder than words. When you decide to withdraw from an argument, when you don't respond to a provocation, when you prefer silence to drama, you are showing that your peace is more valuable than your ego. And that, deep down, disarms those who seek to provoke you. Silence shows that you don't need to convince or impose yourself. It shows that you have emotional discipline, and that discipline is what separates reactive men from powerful men. Silence as a tool of attraction. Nothing intrigues a woman more than a man who doesn't reveal everything he feels or thinks. When you're predictable, verbally dependent, always explaining yourself, justifying yourself, or showing your emotions without a filter, you lose magnetism. But the man who knows how to remain silent, who doesn't respond immediately, who observes before speaking, who doesn't reveal his entire emotional world, becomes a mystery. And mystery is one of the strongest pillars of attraction. You don't need to disappear. You just need to talk less, act more, and reserve your emotions for those who truly deserve them. Silence in moments of pain. Have you ever been hurt? Have you been left on red? Have you been betrayed? The instinctive response is to write a long text, seek explanations, and demand reasons. But that makes you look dependent, emotional, and weak. When you're hurt, silence is your most elegant revenge. It's your declaration of dignity. It's your way of saying, I saw it, I understood, and I'm no longer interested. It's not about ignoring the pain. It's about channeling it into discipline, focus, and growth. Silence transforms pain into power. And when she, or whoever notices it, they'll feel like they've lost something valuable without you having to say a word. Focus and personal building. The man who talks less and focuses more advances faster. Use your silence to build. While others talk about what they'll do, you work in silence. Make silence your ally in the gym, in business, in your projects. Don't explain your plans. Show them with results. Silence eliminates social pressure, judgment, and the need for approval. And in that emptiness, you create a fertile space for transformation. Remember, excellence makes no noise. Conclusion: male silence is not weakness. It's emotional intelligence. It's strategy. It's power. When you master your tongue, you master your world. When you choose when to speak and when to remain silent, you become a man who commands respect without imposing, who commands admiration without begging, and who commands surprise without being there. So the next time you feel the need to explain, to react, to justify yourself, breathe, smile, and be silent. Because the man who learns to remain silent is he who learns to master himself. And he who masters himself can conquer anything.